Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is the first YouTube video of 2025 and I felt like what better way than to kick off the new year of YouTube videos with my birth story, because I was gonna post it as a reel, but I feel like there's so much detail and it's too much detail to type out, and I don't want to miss anything, and it's too much to just do like a reel, which is like 1 minute. So I am going to spill all the details of the most beautiful experience of my life. But first I'm gonna make a coffee because I just got finished making my homemade pasta sauce. If you're looking for a really simple pasta sauce recipe, you can go to my Instagram. I'm gonna put my Instagram link right here. And message me the word pasta and I will send you my pasta sauce recipe. It is so good. You literally just throw everything in a pot and just let it cook on low. It is seriously so good and it's so delicious and it takes no time at all. Like, I literally did that in 5 minutes. So anyways, I'm gonna make a coffee. I still have a little bit of coffee in here from this morning, which is shocking, but look how cute this mug is. I got it from Walmart for $5. So I'm gonna be using this. Get some milk. We are actually, this is gonna sound crazy, we're actually getting rid of our DeLonghi espresso coffee machine and trading it out for a French press, stainless steel French press. The way I don't know, just like having kids in different seasons of your life really makes you open your eyes. And for me, it was that I want to be more cautious of the things that I am putting into our body on purpose. And we drink coffee every single day, and why am I drinking coffee out of something that is giving me microplastics every day because it has plastic? And it's just like, it's too much. Like, of course I love it, it's great, I would recommend it, but if you care about microplastics, I probably wouldn't recommend it. And I just now did my research on that, and yeah, so we just ordered a stainless steel French press. I can't talk about it yet because I don't have it, so I can't speak on it, but as soon as I get it, I will let you guys know how we like it. Okay, so getting into my first ever free birth. It was like a free birth, home birth, all in one. My second pregnancy, I would consider it a completely wild pregnancy because I pretty much tested to see if I was pregnant, and then the rest was I just trusted my body to know what my body was doing, and I trusted God with what He had put on my heart, which was a few years ago. He put on my heart to free birth, and so I worked up, you could say, the courage to actually do it. But so when we found out we were pregnant, I obviously took a pregnancy test, confirmed I was pregnant, and then chose to not get any scans or checkups or anything. I didn't have a doctor, and I did not take a prenatal. So I just did some research on what vitamins were important and nutrition was important for growing a baby, and I just picked those in Whole Foods, which I highly recommend because I would rather eat something instead of taking a vitamin or a pill any day long, like any day. But so I'm trying to think of what else is like normal that I didn't do. I obviously had a completely normal experience pregnancy with my first, but there were some things that I did not want to do again. Sissy's calling, so give me 1 second. completely wild and free. And so I knew for the birth, I just wanted it to be my husband and I. And my son, if he wanted to be in it. I wasn't going to force him to be in it, but if he wanted to be there, he could, and he did want to be there. He didn't know if he wanted to be in the room, but he knew he wanted to be there. So fast forward, first of all, I had the most incredible pregnancy. It was easy on my body. It was easy on me. I had morning sickness which is how I knew it was going to be a girl. I knew she was going to be a girl because of the morning sickness. I had that I want to say at 8 weeks, and I had that for probably 3 weeks. And then that finally went away. And it went away because I made sure the second my head lifted up off the pillow, I went and ate something. And I made sure that all throughout the day I had snacks when I wasn't eating a meal. And obviously healthy snacks, not just junk food or anything. But I really feel like that made a huge difference. So fast forward to the end of my pregnancy, I knew it was just gonna be me and my husband. We had this all planned. I already did research on what I needed for the birth, which was really not much. So I ended up going to almost 42 weeks. I was 1 day shy of 42 weeks. Or no, I was 2 days shy of 42 weeks. And I thought I was gonna have the baby. At first I said December because I felt like I was gonna go late. But then the further I got into my pregnancy, I was like, oh my gosh, I can't imagine being any bigger. And I was like, maybe I'll have the baby earlier, which I was totally fine with. So, because I was having Braxton Hicks contractions, so I was assuming that the baby would end up coming. But then the closer I got to 42 weeks, the less I started having contractions, which I was like, okay, maybe I'm gonna go to December. My original due date was November 16th. So, I remember a few days where I really thought I was gonna have the baby, but I ended up not having the baby, obviously. And so fast forward to November 26th, my son went to go stay with my mom, and me and my husband just had the night to ourselves. We thought nothing of anything. We decided at 10 o'clock at night we were gonna go get Twisted Sugar, which is not like us at all. Usually we don't indulge in stuff like that. But we were like, you know what, it's just us, we don't know how many nights it's gonna be just us again, so let's go get a treat. So we went and got cookies and a frozen hot chocolate, which was amazing. And we joked that, oh, what if this puts me in labor? And I don't know if it actually did put me in labor, but I woke up the next morning at 7 in the morning to a bloody show, a light bloody show, TMI. And that's when I knew. I knew that I was gonna be having the baby that day or the next day. Just I knew it was happening. And now we're a day before Thanksgiving. We're the day before Thanksgiving. So I'm like, oh, just don't wanna miss Thanksgiving dinner. I just wanna be able to eat Thanksgiving dinner. So we had plans that day. That's why my son slept at my mom's, was we were gonna get groceries, finish Christmas shopping, and when we get groceries, we go to 3 different grocery stores. So I was like, my husband's like, do we still want to go? I'm like, yes, we're gonna still stick with normalcy. We're just gonna go and do what we have to do. And I joked with my best friend that I was like, I'm gonna end up going into labor. My water's gonna break at one of these grocery stores. And they didn't, but we went to 3 grocery stores. We were probably shopping for 2 or 3 hours. And by the time we walked up to Sprouts, which was the last grocery store I went to, I literally was I thought my water was gonna break as I was walking into the store. I felt so much pressure. And again, you just know, And so we got home, unloaded the groceries. My husband went to go pick up my son because I knew that if we had the baby, he would be devastated that he was not there. So it was very important we went and picked him up. And I just started laboring at home. I cleaned, I did laundry, I made myself hot chocolates. Well, my husband took care of my son. I think at one point I made myself some kind of food. I don't remember what I made. And I was eating, I was drinking my water, and I was just going back and forth between the toilet, because at first I thought I wanted a water birth, and then I decided maybe I just want to push on the toilet because it just just seemed comfortable. And so I want to say it was around 6 o'clock at night, after, you know, just kind of going through it, but wasn't in like pain. It was just like very strong feelings. I then went into the bathtub. My husband went to go get pizza for dinner because obviously no one was cooking dinner. And he's notorious of leaving to go get food right before I end up giving birth. He did this with our son. But I was like, the pizza place was down the street. So I was like, just go get the pizza, come back, and then we can do this. So, and we didn't tell anybody we were in labor. I told my best friend that was it. So nobody knew we were in labor. And so I was laboring in the bathtub. He was feeding me pizza. And then I went in the shower, he's feeding me pizza. And then I was like, I do not want to be in the water anymore. Like, I had this vision of how I wanted it to go, and it went not that way, but it went in a good way. Like, I knew I wanted it to be good, obviously, but I had visions of me being in the water and having music and my red light on, and that was not how that went. So I just remember, like, I was like, I need to be on the floor. I need to be on all fours. So I don't even think we had any towels out. Like, I just got on the floor. He got me one of my breastfeeding pillows because I had been just using that to sleep with every night. And I wanted to put my head on it so I could be on all fours, have like my back up in the air. And I remember I was like sweating, like profusely sweating. And I was like, we have like a little baby fan. I was like, can you go get the fan? And he like went to go to get the fan. And then I'm like, wait, the baby's coming. And that's when her head came out. Her head came out, and her head was out for probably like a minute or 2 minutes before her body came out. But it was like the ring of fire. But I can't say it was painful. It just like was intense. Are you trying to eat my shoulder? It was very intense. Let's see if I can feed you. You wanna eat? No? And because I was waiting for it, because everything that I had read, we had been reading stories and doing our own research for literal months, probably even for me years before experiencing this myself. So I was like waiting to feel that. And so her head came out, and then her body came out, and that's when he caught her. And we were like, it's a girl. I waited to look at her gender because obviously we didn't know the gender. I don't know if I said that. We really wanted to not find out the gender for any more of our kids. We obviously did with our son, but we knew she was gonna be a girl. Like, we just knew from the moment we got pregnant with her that she was gonna be a girl. I just had an instinct. And we were like, oh my God, it's a girl. Like, we were so happy. My son was going in and out, both, you know, while I was laboring or while I was pushing. And then he didn't want to be in there while I was pushing. And then he came out right when her body came out. He came in right when her body came out, which was nice because then he picked up my phone and was recording videos and pictures, which was really nice to have those things. And there was a lot of blood, but like all over my carpets. But my husband was gonna throw the carpets away. I was like, I can probably clean these, and I got them all clean miraculously. But the placenta came out, I want to say like 10 minutes after I had her. We called our parents, we called our siblings, and then I was like, okay, the placenta needs to come out. I was expecting it to be like an hour, but no, I could feel like the contractions of the placenta wanting to come out. So he just like yanked it a little bit, and it came right out. We put it in a bowl, you know, it was beautiful. We checked it, he clamped the umbilical cord after it stopped pulsating, which it stopped pulsating pretty fast, and went limp pretty fast. So my husband and my son did that, and then cut the cord, and you know, she latched right away, and we just like sat there and just took it in. And then I was like, okay, I want to get cleaned up and in my pajamas that I had been saving for postpartum. Hi, sissy. And so we did that, and then my mom and my stepdad came over to meet her, and she ended up being, and I said she was gonna end up being 8 or 9 pounds, and she came out 9.1 pounds, and I could not believe that I did that unmedicated. My son was 7 pounds, and I got the epidural. I was very medicated for that, and so I knew that I wanted to have an unmedicated birth. And so it's like something that I'm so proud of myself for doing, and people think you're crazy for it, because like, oh my god, that pain, I could never. But you actually could. You'd actually be absolutely shocked at what you can actually overcome in those moments. So truly one of the most incredible experiences of my life. My husband and I, like, we talk about it very often, and we look at pictures from it very often, and it's just, something I can't wait to experience again. And it's just incredible to know what your body's capable of doing as a woman. It's just absolutely crazy. So, and we're officially, this week will be 8 weeks postpartum, and Sissy is just the best little girl. You say hi? You say hi, Sissy? Your onesie's coming off, sis. You say hi? So she is just the best, and she's exactly what we needed. And her and my son have a 10-year age gap, and it's actually the sweetest thing ever. I was sad to have like such a big age gap, but we actually love it, and we're obviously not gonna have an age gap like that for any more of our kids. It was just because we were so young when we had our son. But it was really special for him to experience it. And you know, like, your kids, when they see you do things, it kind of like rubs off on them. And my son made a comment one day about, well, when he cut the umbilical cord, he was like, I want to know how to cut the umbilical cord, because maybe one day my wife will want to have a home birth. And it was just like the sweetest thing ever, and so special. So I hope I didn't miss anything, but it was like, there was really nothing like crazy to it. It was just like, in my opinion, it was very quick, and it was quick. It was exhilarating. It was like powerful, and just one of the absolute best experiences of my life. And I cannot, excuse you, I cannot wait to do it again. So yes, I hope that if you are considering having a free birth and you like don't know where to begin, first just trust that God put it on your heart for a reason, and I am always open to talking about it. So if you want to message me, comment, find me on Instagram. You want to say hi? You want to say hi? Say hi. You say hi? You can find me on Instagram, and I will put my name, and I would love to talk to you, and just like answer any of your questions that you have, because that was me for the longest time. Was I searched for people that had also free birthed that I could talk to and ask questions, and those people being so open with me and answering my questions really helped me. So I would love to do that for anybody else. But thank you guys for watching, and we hope to see you guys soon. You say bye?